AICNN, where toy news matters.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Adventures in Collecting. This is a special edition of AIC News as we have kicked off our 2025 Archie tournament. For those not in the know, this is our 5th annual tournament that crowns the toy line of the year. So we pick 64 different toy lines and pit them against each other in a single elimination tournament voted on by you, our listeners, subscribers, and followers over on Instagram at AIC_podcast. The stories go up with polls, and anyone that wants to vote can vote. And we had thousands of votes this year, which is amazing. Super cool to see so many people turn out and vote. Really excited with the results. But before we reveal the round 1 results and the minor bit of controversy that came with round 1, a little bit of housekeeping. So first and foremost, it is that time of the year again, and it is time for our toy drive with our friends at Chubsy Wubsy Toys in Little Falls, New Jersey. We are making donations really easy for you. Instead of going around and finding a Toys for Tots box and not getting to actually see that donation happen, we have a special opportunity for you. So we have teamed up with our friends Machu and Jay Shot over at Between Two Sentinels and Chubsy Wubsy Toys to donate directly to Operation Toy Train. Really cool part of the Toys for Tots universe. There is a restored train, multiple routes, but in our case, the Northeast Corridor here, a restored train that pulls up, and you get to actually take the toys that you donated and put them on the train yourself. Santa Claus is there. They usually have all this kind of pomp and circumstances. The Girl Scouts are part of it. It's a very big event in a bunch of local towns, and what we do is we pick one of the stops. We show up together, we donate the toys. You get to actually see the things that you donated go onto a train. It's a really cool experience. So what you can do is you can visit ChubsyWubsyToys.com, and we'll put a link in the description below where you can do that. There are tons of toys available on Chubsy's website in the clearance section. This is your opportunity to donate and make the season bright for children that are less privileged. So if you can find it in your heart and your wallet to donate a little bit, not only do you help give back to a really cool local business, but you're donating toys to children in need. So it's a great way to give back during the holidays. Speaking of giving back, it is also time for our 2025 holiday giveaway. So as I mentioned, it is that time of the year, and every year for the past 4 years or so, we have done this kind of instant holiday in a box giveaway. So one winner will receive a box with everything pictured here, including a $100 gift card to the D. Blake Makes store, donated by D. Blake Damien himself. So we've partnered with him on this giveaway. He's contributed that very gracious gift card to his store here in our box. So the box has a little bit of everything. So it's got Funko Pops, it's got Handmade by Robots, Sectors, Savage Crucible, Total Anime. It's got some stuff from Super Impulse, some stuff from our friends at Collect Major. It's got a Platinum Edition Batman from McFarlane Toys, some ringside exclusive Kevin Nash and Scott Hall figures, the Tamashii Nation store New York City exclusive Goku, some G.I. Joe Classified, some Marvel Legends, some Lego, some PMI toys. There's a lot happening in this bundle. It's kind of the biggest bundle that we've given out so far, which is really fun. So you can head on over to @AIC_podcast and get your entry in to win this amazing prize package. And then just one last note about the giveaway, the toy drive. The last day to donate is December 13th, so that's this Friday. If you are listening to this episode and it is new, you have until this Friday, December 13th, to donate. So make sure you get your donations in at ChubsyWubsy.com, or if you are in the area, go visit him and you can purchase a toy in person and give it to the donation. So whatever is easier for you. So with that said, let's head on over to our tournament results here. So like I said, first round, 64 toy lines. Some rules. So in previous years, we have established 2 rules. One, if you receive less than 10% of the vote in a round, you are eliminated from further competition. As in, you get a year off. You're basically disqualified from the next year. So that's one rule. Second rule. The only team that gets a seeded slot in the tournament is the previous year's winner. So last year's winner was the Marvel Legends line, so they are the 1 seed. Everything else is completely randomized. We had a couple of lines that dropped off due to either discontinuation or non-production. So we did make an exception and brought back a couple of the lines last year that did fall under that 10% mark. It was kind of unusual. We had a couple of companies go out of business, a couple of toy lines stop. So we did need to make some shuffling, and we felt that it was valid to bring some of these back. Most notably, our good friend Josh over at Zombie Sailor Toys. Heels and Faces absolutely crushes it, and they caught a buzzsaw in the first round last year, so we wanted to make sure that they got back into play this year. So that being said, let's hop into the results and take a look at what happened in round 1 of the tournament. So our first matchup here was Marvel Legends versus Masters of the Universe Origins. Marvel Legends topples them 81% to 19%. Not our biggest margin, though. Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron toppled the Bikermeister on Mars with a 58% over 42% victory. Our closest matchup, Super 7 Ultimates, just edged out Rebel Tech Amazing Yamaguchi, 51% to 49%. Boss Fight Epic Hacks, that's the 112 scale line, they won over SH Monster Arts 54 to 46. Our first competitors that get discontinued or disqualified from next year's competition, Pro Wrestling Tees Micro Brawlers lost out 7% to 93% against the Mattel WWE line. Bandai's Gundam Universe falls to Jack's Pacific Mario 43 to 57. Super 7 Reaction loses 31 to 69 against Jack's Sonic line. The Bandai SH Figure Arts line topples the Valaverse Action Force line 62 to 38. Jada Mega Man beats Jack's Simpsons 59 to 41. Star Wars Retro Collection loses to Storm Arena 29 to 71. The Four Horsemen Studios Figure Obscura wins over Mattel Jurassic 54 to 46. NECA Ultimates beat out Good Smile Company's Nendroid line 82 to 18%. Knights of the Slice loses to Loose Collector Collectibles 15 to 85. The Little People lose to Star Wars The Vintage Collection 17 to 83. Mezco 112 loses to Jada Street Fighter 29 to 71. Mezco 5 points beats out the Collect Major Big Rubber Guys 55 to 45. Jazzwares Five Nights at Freddy's beats out Major Bendy's 66 to 34. McFarlane Movie Maniacs loses to the Masters of the Universe Masterverse 20 to 80%. Figma loses to Blockies 38 to 62. Jazzwares AEW beats out Marvel Epic Heroes 58 to 42. Our second and last competitor that gets disqualified from next year's competition is Thrilljoy, with pulling in only 6% of the vote against Mondo's Real Ghostbusters, claiming 94%, and that is our biggest margin of victory in the first round. Toonie Terrors beat out Handmade by Robots 87 to 13. Monster Force by Fresh Monkey Fiction and Big Bad Workshop beats out Funko Pop 79 to 21. The big first round clash of Hasbro's Transformers versus G.I. Joe Classified. Classified comes out on top with a 60-40 split. Jada Scooby-Doo beats out the Ghostbusters Plasma Series 58 to 42 after we needed to rerun the vote. The first round yielded in a 50-50 mathematical tie. Exact tie. So we did rerun the vote, and the vote came out with a upper hand to Jada Scooby-Doo, like I said, 58 to 42. Animal Warriors of the Kingdom by Spiro beats out Jazzwares Total Anime 62 to 38. Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beats out Hassel Toy Grapplers and Gimmicks 83-17. McFarlane Superpowers beats out Zombies Heels and Faces 80-20. Star Wars The Black Series beats out Savage Crucible 70-30. Medicom Mafex loses to McFarlane DC Multiverse 45-55. NECA's Ben Cooper Kids loses to Bandai's Anime Heroes 43-57. And the Battle of the Four Horsemen Studios major lines, Cosmic Legions and Mythic Legions comes out. Mythic Legions comes out with 75% vote. So what does that leave us for round 2, which will start tomorrow? What date is that? That is Tuesday. It is Tuesday the 9th. So Tuesday, December 9th, voting will open in the morning on round 2 for the Archie tournament, which will see Marvel Legends take on Star Wars Micro Galaxy. Super 7 Ultimates will take on Boss Fight Epic Hacks. Mattel WWE will take on Jax Mario. Jax Sonic will take on Bandai's SH Figure Arts. Jada Mega Man will take on Storm Arena. That's an interesting one. Figura Obscura will take on NECA Ultimates. Loose Collector Collectibles will take on Star Wars The Vintage Collection. Jada Street Fighter will take on Mezco 5 Points. Jazzwares Five Nights at Freddy will take on the Masterverse. Blockies will take on Jazzwares AEW. Mondo the Real Ghostbusters will square off against Toonie Terrors. Monster Force will square off against G.I. Joe Classified. Jada Scooby-Doo will clash with Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will square off against McFarlane Superpowers. Star Wars The Black Series against DC Multiverse. And Anime Heroes will square off against Mythic Legions, all in our second round. Personally, the ones that I am looking out for the most, I think it goes without saying that any of the previous winners, so Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe Classified, are all, very much so in the hunt. But I think the company to watch here is Jada. So there has been a lot of chatter about Jada's Mega Man line, Jada's Street Fighter line, Jada's Scooby-Doo line. All three of those lines made it out of the first round. So all of the Jada opportunities still exist. I think the Storm Arena figures also present a challenge throughout this. So the matches that I would say to look out for in round 2, let's see what happens with the kind of Jax bracket. We could be looking at a Jax Mario versus Jax Sonic situation in round 3. We've got Jada up against Storm Arena in round 2 here as well. So Jada Mega Man versus Storm Arena, I think that's one to watch out for, because that does have the trajectory. If things go a certain way, we could be looking at Storm Arena versus Jada Street Fighter in round 4. So I would definitely keep an eye out on those kind of 4 matches here to see where that goes. So that's Jada Mega Man versus Storm Arena, Figure Obscura versus NECA Ultimates, Loose Collector versus Star Wars The Vintage Collection, and Jada Street Fighter versus Mezco 5 Points. Those 4 matchups could lead to a showdown between Storm Arena and Jada Street Fighter if it goes a certain way. So I would definitely keep an eye on those matches. I would also watch out for Blockies. I'd keep an eye out on what they're up to. That's another line that has been pretty well lauded in 2025. So it's definitely something to watch out for. Ultimately, the way that the brackets did randomize, we are looking at the potential matchup of a matchup we've seen multiple times in this tournament, which is Marvel Legends versus G.I. Joe Classified for either the final or the semi. Or I think it's the final. Yeah. If it goes the right way, I guess you could say if you split this in a north-south situation, Marvel Legends does have it is possible that Marvel Legends can take the north side of the tournament, as G.I. Joe Classified could take the south, and could see them meeting up in the final. So definitely some interesting matchups in round 2 and projected forward. So with that, we want to make sure that you vote, make sure that you engage, make sure that you get involved in this tournament. this is up to you. So you own the destiny of these toy lines and where they fall in this tournament. So make sure that you keep an eye on us at AIC_podcast on Instagram. That's where all the voting is going to take place in the stories there. So if you're not following us and you're listening to us, thank you for listening, but please make sure you head on over to Instagram and follow us to get your votes in for this. This tournament gets bigger and bigger every year, more and more participation. So we're super excited to see how it goes. And with that, we will be back next week with either another Archie tournament recap or a standard news episode. Don't quote me on that yet. But then the week after that, so the week of the 22nd, will be our annual holiday extravaganza episode. We're cooking, as the kids say these days. So we are cooking, and we are trying to get something really fun for the holiday episode this year. So again, stay tuned on Instagram for that too, because if we get the guests that we think that we're going to get, you're going to want to ask questions, and we will be collecting questions for this episode as we usually do, and you will likely have some for these guests. I will put it that way. With that, on behalf of the entire AICNN team, this has been your Archie Tournament News Special. Until next time.
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.